My brother's from another mother. All right, I'm going to have a little bit of fun today, and I'm going to turn on the extra juice. So with this app, I can go from, set this up here, let's see, 6F. Oops. D, let's try that. Select program, we're going to go to stage 2, tune, go. Stage 2 successfully activated, press X to exit. Okay, we're now rocking 693 horsepower. Let's see how we get on with that in the snowstorm that I'm dealing with here today. It's cleared up a right away. I can see the car's having a harder time. Look at the dashboard. The traction light is on all the time. It is not putting down the full beans. Car's very stable, easy to control. It'll go straight, even with almost 700 horsepower. No trouble at all. I think I'm gonna go get some gas. But yeah, it's pretty stable. It's, you can chuck it around a little bit, and you can feel the ABS grabbing like the front wheel and the front left wheel and stuff, just trying to correct it and restabilize it. But can you drive a rear drive M5 with nearly 700 horsepower in snow-like conditions? Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely do that. Let's turn on the M mode 1, which opens up the flaps a little bit, gives us some more sound. You can see the heads-up display there, hopefully. But yeah, that's really about it. It's not that much more difficult. Got a big quart around here. AMG. All right, I'm going to turn off the traction control. DSC inactive. Let's see how I get on without stability control. Accelerating is not that big of a deal. I mean, you're gonna burn off some of your rubber on your tires, of course, doing it this way. But even with the stability control off, the car's very stable. I mean, BMWs are always neutral handling cars. They're usually about a 50-50 weight distribution. This is a bigger, heavier car, so of course it takes a little more to turn it around a corner and to brake, and you need to give yourself some space to do that. Drifting a little bit around this corner, but aside from that, it's good car. I mean, if you know what you're doing, you'll be okay. Not that big of a deal. Now, of course, I've driven on a lot of snow roads for a long time. I've lived in Canada almost all my life, so I'm very used to these types of conditions. Go practice in a parking lot if you're new. Don't try this at home, kids. But yeah, give it a little gas, it kicks out a tiny bit, come off, it straightens out. Let's see here. This guy's kind of parked in the middle of the road, not the best choice. Nobody there. Let's give it a little drift around the bend. Woo-hoo. The ABS still works when you've got the stability control off, which is a nice thing because you do want it. It will. I'm going to turn it back on because this is stupid. Still running 700 horsepower, nearly. Got the emergency vehicles out today, of course, because people can't drive. There's always going to be somebody that goes off the road or into a ditch. Let's play a little game. Let's see how many idiots we can spot on the road today driving in snow. We've got Mr. Gulf here driving in the middle of the road, of course. He can't find a lane. Honestly, the ultimate vehicle for these kinds of roads, if you want something with power, would be something like Ray's AMG E63 wagon. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you've probably seen his car, but he's got all-wheel drive, or 4MATIC, sorry. Even still, you know, still not having that much difficulty getting to where I want to go. You're going to have to give yourself a little more time. I'm not going to stop here, obviously, because I'll slide through the intersection. But yeah, if you give yourself enough space and time, you shouldn't have any trouble at all enjoying some snow driving. Some snow driving! Welcome to Canada, eh? All my friends from around the world. I'm on the brakes and I am sliding a little bit, but look at that, hard braking, no trouble at all. None. Good little BMW, good girl. I'll show you one thing I don't like about this car. Sun visor down, you cannot see the stoplights if it's green or red. If you're a tall guy like me, anyway. On the brakes again. I'm going to go on them hard here. No trouble at all. None. Get snow tires, guys. Don't mess around. Don't be cheap. Put snow tires on your car in the wintertime. Especially if you live in an area that gets snow in the wintertime. I know some people try to make it through the winters without snow tires, but it's just dumb. Don't do that. Of course, okay, we got almost 700 bones here, and I can't get off the line without traction's on full time. I'm going to shift, put it in third gear. There we go. It's down lower on the rev, but it's still, look at it. Traction's still flying. Yeah, as long as you keep, like, listen, I'm running 700 horse here, so as long as I keep the revs below 2,000, it's not too bad. But if I'm being honest here, even under 2,000, I think this thing starts to make peak torque around 1,500 RPM. So it's making about 653 pound-feet of torque, I think, with the tune on. So it can turn those wheels very easily. And on snow, with little 265 tires, I'm still able to get around. So it just goes to show you. Guys, when you're changing lanes in snowstorms, take your foot off the gas until you follow into the the tracks where cars have been driving. It just makes it easier for the car to maneuver around. When you're on the gas changing lanes, it's never a good idea. Let's get this guy out of my way here so I can clear the intersection. Yeah, traction's on, traction's on, traction's on. You have to be very ginger with a gas pedal with this much power. You know, I would just one time like to have an all-wheel drive supercar in the wintertime, like a R8 V10 or a Lambo or something like that. Just see what that's like. I think that would be fun. Rear drive with this much power in the wintertime is not a lot of fun. I've had powerful cars in the wintertime. I've had an Audi S4, which was of course quattro with snow tires, and that had 340 horsepower and a V8. I've had a Subaru WRX, which was tuned, which put about 250 down on the dyno. Very lightweight car. That was a lot of fun, and that had no stability control whatsoever. It was all driver. And that car was a ton of fun in the snow in the wintertime. You felt like a rally driver. you can see everybody drives super slow. I mean, I'm doing the speed limit, and these guys are all, you know, putting around doing about 30 or so. Most of them are probably running on all seasons. All right, that's about it. I'm gonna grab some gas. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.